Eh bien, on est de retour sur Vampyr. J'ai pas joué depuis un petit moment. Le dernier épisode, j'ai eu un petit souci avec mon micro. J'ai pas fait attention, mais OBS n'avait plus du tout le micro. Donc du coup, ça a été un épisode sans micro. C'est un peu dommage, mais bon. Chose rectifiée actuellement. Donc on va rentrer dans cet endroit. Alors je vais quand même faire un petit récap. On a rencontré plein de nouveaux personnages. On va en rencontrer encore d'autres. Je pense que ce seront des vampires. Il y aura peut-être quelques civils dans le lot. On a rencontré... Là, c'est assez marrant parce que dans les docks, il y a un personnage que je n'ai pas rencontré. Et ça me trigger. Ça me trigger vraiment. Il me reste un personnage à rencontrer ici. Donc dès que je peux, très clairement, on ira y faire un petit tour. Là, du coup... Là, ils sont tous en forme. Ils pètent la forme. Là, c'est sain. Ah non, là, c'est sain. Là, il y en a qui sont en soins, ça remontera à mon avis à 100%. Là, on verra au prochain palier, mais il y en a qui retomberont malades, on verra. Ce sera la surprise. Là, on a le West End, évidemment. Situation sanitaire. Bon, bah écoutez, hein, je pense que du coup, on va pouvoir, hop, continuer. C'est parti.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
Donc on a un chasseur de vampires qui a pris un peu cher apparemment. Quoi, ils ont eu de la visite.
There has been quite a battle here.
Sans effraie
I'm sure
évidemment.
the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Et je vais pouvoir discuter avec lui.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr.
Ok.
Reed. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then.
Très bien, très bien. Ah! Je voulais pas. On va voir où ça mène. On va peut-être nous mettre derrière. Je pense que ça va être ça. Donc West End. Et ça nous ramène derrière, d'accord, ok. Là je vais pouvoir déverrouiller. Par contre je vais voir un truc. Parce que ce personnage qu'on a rencontré là-bas, Karina Bello, qui est complètement paumée la pauvre. Va falloir que je trouve son commanditaire, hein, au passage. Car je suis extrêmement curieux, pour le coup. Elle est possédée par un seigneur vampire, donc ça va être intéressant je pense. Du coup on retourne à l'intérieur. Belles armures. Je trouve ça tellement chouette, en vrai. Petit bureau. Oh. Hmm. Tous de la haute société. Ok. Oh.
Good evening. We repel the intrudes.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him. Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please
Intéressant.
accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Yes, she is. I may even say I admire her probity and her kindness. She has helped me since I was reborn.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is immortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why are you suddenly so friendly? The last time I met one of yours, he tried to kill me.
Are you referring to Fergal? He was the most useful of servants, but he was just a servant. You, on the other hand, Doctor, proved yourself much more worthy.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End? Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
Alors c'est vrai que ça va être intéressant de savoir un petit peu pourquoi.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
Très bien.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation. Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Oh. Tiens. Qui voit
Good
donc?
evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
Ah, Monsieur Dawson, enfin je vous rencontre. Donc, il est encore mortel, hein, West End. Ok. Ah, ok. Donc c'est... il est le pilier, ok, pourquoi pas.
It's quite unsettling. As a doctor, I am more used to being the observer than the subject observed.
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, You draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member, and a dying one at that.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined the club in the first place.
Is not the nature of this club a secret shared by only a privileged few?
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson, the wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment. This is what the nation needs right now.
Would you help them?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to think differently.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine, Dr. Reed.
What is the situation like in this part of town?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more effectively than I.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
By doing so, you would create two separate ghettos. What if the disease gets past the wall? The results would be disastrous.
Not if we eliminate all suspected cases of infection as soon as they appear. A necessary sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
You are spying on me.
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod, all muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed, ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
D'accord, c'est un loup-garou. Intéressant.
You do know I killed him.
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scowls in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Scowls.
Scowls are hostile vectors of contagion. That is a fact. But first and foremost, they are victims.
I agree, Dr. Reed. Most of the new Scowls who roam the streets at night used to be good British citizens, but they must be put down nevertheless.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Très bien. Niveau de charme augmenté. Bon. Ma foi. Bon.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Voyons voir un peu. Donc, on doit discuter avec tous les gens dans le quartier.
Good evening, Miss Ashton.
And good evening to you, Doctor.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this neighborhood.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
She's been...
Près du parc. Ok. Donc, première source d'infection. Ah bah tiens, lui il me donnera aussi peut-être une info.
Good evening.
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not.
Do you need med...
No,
I'm investigating.
Infection is everywhere these days. But if
Yes? What about the Mulaney's?
not enough noise for a big family with children. Not enough movement. Closed doors. What is going on in there? I wonder.
You need some.
Ok, ok, on va aller voir. Donc il m'a donné le. Hmm. Donc, on va voir comment. Bon. J'imagine même pas le jeu en difficile. Hein. Les combats ils doivent être vraiment chiants. Après ça pourrait être intéressant s'il y a NG+. Je me rappelle plus s'il y a NG+. S'il y a NG+, peut-être que je referai une partie en mode vampire sanguinaire. Là par exemple j'ai mis un mode pour avoir un visage non vampirisé. Mais je pense que sur ma prochaine partie je retirerai ce mode là. Si évidemment je refais une partie. Hein. Oh. Joli. Petite robe. Hmm. Ouais.
He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture.
Donc, malheureusement,
This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
Hmm. D'accord.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent.
Ok. Ok. Saloperie. Elle est chiante, hein. Bon, enfin. Allez, on va terminer.
I've never seen such a radical mutation.
D'accord.
Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution?
Donc, chère Elsa.
So, this girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school.
Je pense qu'il faudra aller directement à cette école. On va quand même fouiller un peu.
Hello again, Venus.
Jonathan, you're still up. Can't you just knock up?
I'm sure you can spare me a few minutes. For old time's sake.
Of course you may enter, Jonathan. At least you survived the Great War.
Oh,
Feared the worst.
intéressant.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Zut. Oh. Ouais. Il y aura rien qui va m'apprendre quelque chose là.
Know that you are always welcome.
Voilà, voyons voir.
It's
Fermé.
locked, all right.
Intime. 1918. Donc c'est le mari du meilleur ami de notre de Jonathan, d'accord, ok. Et il dépense toute sa thune dans des fioritures apparemment. Ok, bon. On va avoir une sérieuse discussion lui et moi après, mais bon. Il y avait quelque chose à ramasser.
Always welcome here.
Allez, donc.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Venus.
So you returned from the war in one piece too. Thank God. My Clarence is back home too.
How is the old rascal?
Probably outside, chasing ghosts and chimeras. Clarence has changed a lot since he returned from the war, you know.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
The McPhersons. I heard they locked themselves in their own house.
They could just be afraid of getting sick.
Perhaps you're right. But if I were you, I'd pay them a visit. A big house, reachable through a courtyard, to the north of the railway bridge.
How have you been since the last time we met? How long has it been? 3 years now?
I've done my duty, like all British women. You have no idea what it was like to wait for months without knowing if I'd still be a wife or a widow.
I understand. Luckily, this part of town has been saved from the worst of the bombings, from what I've seen.
Yes, and it's also true about the epidemic. The flu has killed here too, of course, but not on such a large scale as in other parts of town.
Have you noticed anything peculiar about the neighborhood recently?
You mean except for your return to town? No. Oh, and again, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences for your sister.
Thank you, Venus. It was so sudden. And I've been so busy, I haven't spoken to anyone about it.
I wish I could have assisted at the funeral, but you know, it's been so quick. And what with the epidemic in the streets?
There's no need to apologize, my dear. It's normal, considering the circumstances.
No, it's not. I am sure that Clarence has not even thought to present you his condolences. He is too busy with his penny dreadful stories.
Thank you, Venus. It was so sudden. And I've been so busy, I haven't spoken to anyone about it.
I wish I could have assisted at the funeral, but you know, it's been so quick. And what with the epidemic in the streets?
There's no need to apologize, my dear. It's normal, considering the circumstances.
No, it's not. I am sure that Clarence has not even thought...
Why is my return so surprising?
It's more an unexpected happy end than a surprise. You and Clarence, back from the war. You have no idea how hard it's been for me.
Venus, why do you worry so much about your family's reputation?
Everyone laughs at Clarence now. And they avoid me because they believe I share his insane opinions. I'm a leper in my own community.
Très bien.
Do you need my medical attention?
No.
Ok, elle n'a pas besoin de soins médicaux.
I remember when Mary came here with her husband and her son.
Alors je vais faire juste un truc, j'ai mon casque qui n'a plus de batterie. J'ai oublié de le brancher, de le mettre sur son socle. Voilà. Ah, j'espère que ça n'a pas fait planter OBS. Non. Bon, regardons un petit peu. Donc on doit aller là. Ok. On va regarder un petit peu. On va discuter un peu avec lui. Pas normal là, occupe-toi de ta femme mon vieux là.
Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
Do you need medical...
No thanks.
How is your wife?
We've spent so much time away.
Is it...
Have you forgot what people are like in this?
Ok, alors on a déjà discuté de tout ça, donc pour l'instant il a rien à me dire.
You
Ok.
need some...
Bon, écoute, ma foi. Hein. Alors ouais, ça nous ramène ici.
That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for?
Oh. Non, c'est pas là. D'accord. Oh. Oh. Allez. D'accord, ok. Un fusil à pompe remarquable, on prend, hein. On va pas dire non. Ok, bon. Second foyer trouvé. Ça va pas être la même là. Énervant. D'accord, c'est pas ça que je voulais. Donc, va falloir que tous les deux je les... Zone 100. D'accord. Ok. Bon. Ok. Elle est chiante, hein. Elle est chiante, Micheline. Alors. Voilà. Ah, j'aurais dû m'en douter qu'elle explose. Bon. Allez, on va fouiller un petit peu toutes les caisses et tout là. Quoi up encore le matériel, ce qui est plutôt bien, ce qui me fait plaisir. Mon chéri.
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher.
Voilà, c'est ça, il a eu une relation avec Doris Fletcher qui était ici une salle de danse. On comprend un peu mieux le chaînon de comment le quartier, il y a eu des contaminations. Donc, établir c'est Doris Fletcher est la source de l'épidémie. C'est vrai qu'on est à côté, hein, autant aller faire ça. Le théâtre.
It's locked.
Le point d'accès, donc. On va aller sur le côté, on verra bien. Regardons un petit peu. Donc,
There's an open window on the second floor. I should be able to get in through that.
Hop là. Oh. Parti. Ça régale. Donc, nous avons un lit. Je ne vois plus la douleur. Pas. Là, j'imagine que ça, ce sera une sorte de... Oh.
The tall queen. You can but lower your head, fit only to smirk at her thoughts.
Can that be Doris Fletcher's voice? Where does it come from?
Allez. Bon, au moins ça calme. J'en vois le bon côté des choses. Bon, j'avoue que par contre, d'obtenir certaines choses, ce serait cool. Hein. Je dois le considérer. Donc là, on a la sortie du théâtre. Ah, on va un petit coup. On avait voilà, donc il y a des scales sauvages un peu partout. En vrai, c'est pas mal, hein. La fermer. Oh, les tableaux.
Who are you? You who dared enter my realm. Are you here to worship or mock me?
I'm here to put an end to the vampire epidemic, Miss Fletcher.
Ah. But Doris Fletcher is no more. She was consumed by this putrid flesh that now enshrouds her.
You feel anger for what happened to you, but I can help you. I'm a doctor, Miss Fletcher.
Doris Fletcher is no more. All that remains are the dreams of the queen she was, and the queen she'll be. Until then, all shall die, for that was her
Très
final
bien, très bien.
You kill, come to me, my servant. Ha! Ha! Touché, sir. I smell your fear. On guard. My children, my beloved. Your hand is shaking. Your blood will be mine. I smell. Slayer, the disgrace of sheep.
Oh.
Will she
Ah,
be
une
the
munition.
queen again once they all share her fate? Arise and save your queen, my slaves. My blade shall pierce.
Bon. Ah, ça m'énerve ça. Bon, une fois du sang. Voilà.
I summon thee, my children of the night. Bite, maim, spit, kill!
Ah mince.
My children, my beloved, die for the love of me. Your blood will be mine. Touché, sir.
Galère là. Bon.
I summon thee, my children of the night.
Sabre remarquable. Ça c'est cool. Hein.
I beg you, wait.
What?
I don't want to die.
And I did not come to kill you, Miss Fletcher.
Will you spare me then? Save this cadaverous carcass of mine. Does your heart beat a little faster now? You fancy me then, Doctor?
No, Miss Fletcher. My dead heart will beat for only one.
Ah! Is she pretty? Is she sweet and tender?
To me, yes.
Ah! I hate her already.
I know. And this is partly why you must be destroyed.
But you just said...
That I did not come here to kill you, yes. But I realize now the threat you embody must be stopped.
Will I be remembered? Will you?
You were Doris Fletcher, the greatest actress of her generation. No one can take that from you.
Thank you. And farewell. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Farewell, Doris.
Bravo! So dramatic. I love it.
McCullum.
How strange I seem to find you whenever I'm inquiring about that Skal infestation.
I mean you no harm.
I'm not here for you. But once I've put all the pieces of the puzzle together, I'm sure we'll have a little chat, you and me.
Stay away from me, McCullum. You and all your war dogs.
That I can't guarantee, Dr. Reed. But I'll let you go. For now.
I should probably leave the theater right now.
Bon, eh bien vous savez quoi, on va s'arrêter là pour cet épisode. On se retrouve très rapidement pour la suite des aventures de Jonathan. Je vous dis à très très vite. Portez-vous bien et à la prochaine. Allez-y.